Hey, this is Michelle. It is Thursday. You are listening to Rock Rage Radio, Shaking the Rafters with Michelle. Very excited because I thought I was just going to have Maddox on here, but I actually have the whole damn band. Messer joins me right here on Shaking the Rafters with Michelle, live from the tour bus. Am I right?
Yep.
What up, Michelle? What's up?
Live from
Hey, guys.
Gracie the tour bus.
Oh, my gosh. So since I can't differentiate, that's a big word for me, your voices yet, I'll have to call you by name to get through. But actually, why don't you guys just introduce yourself to the fans
All
right
go
now?
ahead.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Derek.
I'm Maddox.
Kenny on drums.
And John on guitar.
Boom.
All right. Wow. So you guys are heading to Florida right now. Excited about your winter tour 2021. I know you just had a date over there in Texas, which is where you're from, right? Dallas, Texas?
Yep, that's right. Dallas-Fort Worth area. We just did our annual A Very Messer Christmas show that we do every year to raise money for those who are less fortunate.
Oh, my gosh. How fabulous. So how was your turnout? And that's amazing. I love that you guys do that.
Well, yeah, thank you. It was pretty decent this year. We had a lot of competition going on that night. We had Metallica down the street playing. We had Tommy Beck, Drowning Pool were playing down the street. So there was a lot going on, but we were pretty pleased. We had a good turnout, and we raised some money and some awareness.
That's amazing. I always love when bands do that, and you guys use your platform for the greater good. I mean, that's a super cool thing. But let's talk about your music, because I was really excited to play some of your music before I talk to you guys, introduce that to some of my listeners who may not have had the opportunity to hear it before. And I know in May of 2021 you guys actually signed with Curtain Call Records, so that was a cool thing. So that's how we're talking today, which is amazing. But you guys actually started off by releasing your first cover song ever. Because what I understood, you guys formed in 2018, or was it sooner than that?
2009. We've been together over a decade.
Oh, holy shit. Wow. Where have I been for 9 years?
Yeah. Under a rock, apparently. Yeah, we did our debut album.
I like you already.
Our debut album took us, took our time with it. We built this whole band kind of from the ground up. So like when we came out of the womb, essentially a full-grown band. And we had 3 really awesome singles that that all charted in the top 20 on the actual Billboard charts. I think our highest charting single was a 23, and that was
Simple Man.
Simple Man, our original version of Simple Man, not a cover song of Simple Man. Give you a side note, there's like actually 23 different versions of our original
song.
I
saw that on your page. I thought that was pretty damn cool, actually. And a very reasonable download price as well, which is really cool for your fans if they want to hear all the different versions of Simple Man. And I totally checked it out. So you actually did chart number 23 on the Active Rock chart, that's pretty impressive, actually. So...
Well, thank you for that. We have a new single that we're actually lining up right now that will be coming out probably in February. We're kind of waiting for next year, but we're laying a lot of groundwork for this next single. It's a song called Hope in This World, and we're playing it kind of on our tour right now, just kind of getting it worked into the set. But this song is really important to us because it's what everybody needs right now is some hope in this world. And, our whole motivation is just to really bring positive messages and of just, of hope to, through the power of music with all of our songs. I mean, all of our songs have some level of message that is uplifting and meant to inspire. So that's kind of our whole motivation.
Well, I certainly appreciate that. And in these unprecedented times with all of this going on, that's definitely much needed. I would be inclined to agree with that wholeheartedly. And I had no idea that you came out of the womb as a full-fledged band. It's quite impressive.
Well, there was a long gestation period.
Yeah.
It wasn't normal.
Yeah.
It wasn't your normal 9 months. We with our co-producer and co-writer Chad Gendison is my partner with Mad Pants Records, we we had an idea, something at the time when there were no more record labels signing bands, and so it's like we wanted to see if we could just do it ourselves. And when we started out, the DIY movement was barely even a catchphrase, and now there's some infrastructure with people like Rock Rage Radio and Curtain Call Records. There's starting to be some infrastructure to help independent bands like ourselves find new fans, or have our fans find us, rather. So it's been a journey.
Well, I agree, and I find that it's definitely there's definitely a need for internet radio, because when I tend to turn on mainstream radio, I'm hearing the same stuff over and over, and I'm not hearing. What do we say, Rock Rage Radio? We play the shit that you want to hear.
Yeah, I mean,
guys like you.
We're not playing. You're not playing stuff that you're being force-fed to play. You know what I mean? And that's
exactly.
That's kind of what's exciting about being independent is being able to not having to answer to anybody. Do what you want, play what you want. If it's good, just play it.
Wow. Well, let's talk about the formation of the band then. So the band formed in 2009. Are all of you guys original, or have you had any change of members? And how'd you guys get together? And that can come from any of you guys that are willing to.
That's a lot of questions. That's a lot of questions.
Well, that's what I do. I talk a lot and I ask a lot of questions.
The long short of that is no. Actually, we're probably in our third incarnation of a lineup change, if you will. But the band has basically been Derek Messer, the singer, Kenny Younger, our drummer, Maddox, myself, and then we had two other guitar players that were part of the band originally, Javier and Donnie. And the pandemic kind of refocused a lot of people's energies and efforts, and it was just it was nothing like negative or anything. It was just like it's not for everybody, you know what I mean? This is it's an evolution, and the reality of it is, when we designed Messer, it was never really meant to be like, it's not about the band, it's about the message, and we're just a vehicle for those messages, if you will. So the good news is that Jonathan, we went from being a 5-piece back to being a 4-piece. We were originally a 4-piece, went to a 5-piece, now we're back to a 4-piece. But Jonathan has brought a whole new energy into the band that was much needed. That it reverberates to the rest of us, and so the whole show it's a whole different animal now, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
That's amazing. And I do think that happened with a lot of people with the pandemic. I mean, being quarantined so long, a lot of people did a lot of soul searching and reevaluating, so to speak.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we spent 3 years on the road. We spent 3 years nonstop on the road,
grinding away.
And when we came off of that last tour with Scott Stapp, we were taking a break, and we were gonna be, doing some stuff in Europe, and we had a whole thing planned, and it just grinded to a halt for all of us. And I admit, listen, as soon as I'm on the bus, I'm missing home, you know what I mean? But as soon as I get home, I'm like, man, let's go back on tour again. So, like I said, it's not for everybody.
No, that's a tough life for sure, and I saw the pandemic definitely hit the music industry really hard. I've been doing this show for 5 years, and I primarily do interviews. And by the way, that's the most original statement I've ever had, and 140 something interviews, maybe I'm guesstimating, was that you guys came out of the womb as a full band. That was very impressive, coming right out of the gate. But seriously, big kudos to you. But yeah, it was just heartbreaking just to see it. But I'm also a flight attendant as well, so I do rate the flight with the
you
rock
understand.
and roll flight attendant.
Yeah,
Yeah, it hit my flying industry as well, so it was really tough. So
listen, no one's doing this for the money, you know what I mean? We do this because we're a group of men who are extremely passionate about what we do, from our road crew all the way up to to the members of the band, and so it's really, like I said, it's not about us. It's about a much bigger picture. And that was kind of evident coming out of the pandemic. As soon as Florida started opening up and Texas started opening up, our emails were just like, oh, when are you guys going on tour? When you guys going on tour? And you know, we had a couple false starts where we tried to go out on tour and we had to get turned around and come back because somebody got sick or something happened, you know. And so it made it much more difficult. But the fans, since sharing their messages with us of how our music has helped them, is what really fueled us and really said, no, we got to keep doing this. We can't stop. We got to go do it because
everybody needs this.
Everybody needs this, including us.
Therapy.
Yeah, it must feel really good to be back out there again rocking. And that's right, your state was quite open as well. I mean, I know a lot of them got shut all the way down. And we were, I don't know, it depends on your viewpoint. You know, it was nice to be able to still go out and see some live music after not being able to for so long, you know. So we do appreciate you guys and what you're doing, and I'm sure the fans are super happy to have you back out. So you guys are excited to be heading over to Florida, and you're going to be opening up for Saliva for a couple days. That's a pretty cool thing. I just saw them a couple weeks ago. Great band. So that's going to be a good time for you.
Yeah, it's
so
awesome.
You look forward to that. Yeah.
We have a big truck driving past us and a truck stop. We have a lot of mutual friends in the industry. I hear you. We have. He's listening to the interview, I guess. I don't know. We have a lot of mutual friends in the industry with Saliva, so it's just kind of weird that we haven't actually crossed paths yet. So we're looking forward to touching tips, if you will, you know.
Oh, yeah, they're great. That was the first time I actually ever saw them after all these years. Yeah, they were great. So I'm sure you guys are going to rock out the stage, but I'm looking forward to seeing you as well. So, Derek, I almost didn't recognize you from your videos and the new promo photos that you got going on. Did you get this new look during COVID? Because it's working for you. Just letting you know.
No, thank you very much. Yeah, you know what it was? It was like, you know what? If I'm not touring, why am I going to try to?
Well, tell them it was all a suggestion from your hairdresser.
Yeah. You know, Maddox has done my hair for years, and you know, I kind of just got talked into it. You know, just let it go and see what happens, and this is what I got. And it's been good.
Great.
You know, people are embracing it. So I mean, it's like I don't think I could go back to the old days now.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. And I only gave it my artificial nails. Look at that. But I couldn't pull that look off like you can. I'll tell you that. You know, I would never let my hair go all gray. Hell no.
Yeah, I was definitely blessed. I mean, I'm definitely I'm thankful every morning.
No, it looks great. It looks great. So, like I said, I was watching the videos and I looked at promo photos. I said, "Oh, that's him. Yeah, that's working out. That's cool stuff." Yeah. So, anyway, let me see. What's your inspiration for your songs, guys? I mean, what's like your songwriting process like?
I mean, basically, we do write with our producer and co-writer Chad. So we all throw in ideas and just see kind of what sticks and what everyone kind of gravitates towards, and then.
I think our sound definitely is rooted, with we all kind of grew up with loving the music of the '90s, so we have a lot of like that groove influence in it. But I think the cool thing about this particular team and how we operate is that we all have so many vastly different influences in music, and we spend a lot of time just like doing research before we even start writing. And a lot of times the songs that we're researching they're not rock songs. We're looking at a lot of like classic pop stuff, classic R&B. I mean, we really have as a group a real eclectic knowledge of music that we pull from. But I would say, we sound like Messer.
I would agree, and I think you have a really unique sound, and I don't know that I could really classify it into a specific rock type genre. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Great.
That's the biggest compliment.
It's great. I mean, you don't want to sound like everybody else, right? I mean, that's the whole point.
No, we definitely we tip the hat. We definitely tip the hat to a lot of, there's a lot of tips, nods to bands like Toto in our songs. There's the Romantics. There's a lot of Depeche Mode vibes. There's Typo Negative feels. And there's Pantera. I mean, there's so many different things that I can point out in every one of our songs, okay, right here we were intentionally nodding this person or that person, but they were all like, little tips of the hat.
Yeah, it's super cool. And your newer guitarist, that's John, right? That's with you right now. Where is John?
He's right here.
Right here. We don't let him speak
John.
unless he's spoken to.
Come closer to the sound. Hey, John, what's up?
How's it going?
It's
How are
good.
you?
I wanted to ask about joining the band. I'm doing great. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys, and wanted to ask you about joining the band. And when did you join, and what's it been like for you?
I would say I officially joined about 2 months ago. But I had been working with the band, for almost 2 years now. Just working as Maddox's assistant and just doing whatever I can to, try and help push the ball forward.
Wow, so it must be super cool to finally join the band since you all already had that type of a relationship prior to that. Very surreal.
Very surreal.
You're very excited. No wonder they said you had the enthusiasm, John. I dig that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited about it, though. It's really awesome.
So you must be really excited about playing the shows with Saliva as well. Then that's a good way to come out the gate, huh?
Yeah, we actually saw them perform at our hometown venue, the Rail Club, and so it's crazy to go from just being someone that just watched them to now being in the band and playing with them. It's like a full circle thing. I'm really excited about that.
No, I totally get it. It's funny. I used to have in the 80s, and I'm aging myself dramatically. I used to have all these posters on my wall, and I've had some of these guys on my show. And I didn't really think about it, but then when I really thought about it, I was like, this is really weird. And then when I got to know a couple of them, I was like, man, I can't believe I had that dude's poster on my wall. No, I'm only kidding.
Right.
That was a joke, actually.
Right. No, it's crazy whenever you can, separate them as, a person. You're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a totally different relationship, It's cool. There are a couple people I would still fangirl over, though. My favorite guitarist is from a Japanese band, John. Loudness. His name, Akira Takasaki. I bow to his musical greatness.
Oh, wow. I need to check that out.
Yeah, check him out. He's amazing. He's amazing. Since you're a guitarist, you would totally dig it. Well, congratulations.
Yeah,
I'm really pleased for you. And it sounds like you guys got great things on the horizon. And I need to talk to Ken. Where's Ken?
Yep, he's right here.
Ken, come talk to Michelle. Hey, Ken, what's up?
Nada.
Nada? How's the traveling going for you, Ken? Everything good?
I love traveling. I love living out of a suitcase, honestly. And I always feel like I overpack. That's because I don't want to come home.
Hey, Ken,
I'm waiting for the zombie apocalypse to happen on the road. What's that?
You should see how I pack. It's really pathetic. My friends call me Jaja. I have 10
Don't make
suitcases.
me guess.
Yeah, it's pathetic. It's really pitiful.
Now, do you have a big purse or a small purse?
I'll probably have 5 outfits with me.
That's all you need.
Wardrobe changes.
Perfect.
So let's talk about traveling with the band. I mean, that's part of the whole experience, Ken. I mean, is that the cool part, the bonding with the guys and your road tripping and all of that? Is that the part that you've missed during the pandemic or the fans?
Yeah, for sure.
Or what hit you the hardest?
Man, just, it's traveling, it's meeting new people. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's 4 a.m. at a truck stop and you've got the guy that's pumping gas next to you talking to you about music. It's just the interaction with the crowd and people, and, you miss that. Obviously, a lot of people miss interacting, during the pandemic, but I love the road just because it's a different place, every day. That's what I live for, really. It's travel.
I love to travel too, but I don't. Well, I am a flight attendant, so I do travel, but it's a different thing than what you guys do, of course. I mean, you probably.
Yeah. Well, it started with a work van, and then it moved up into a conversion van. Then it went to a Sprinter van, and then it went to an RV, and then recently a Prevost. So. If you stick with something long enough, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's not like the old days 11, 12 years ago where we had to there was no windows in that van, if that says anything. It
so
rhymes
it's a
with
lot
eighth
better than all
van.
you guys cramming in the van together.
What's that?
A lot better than all being crammed together in the van.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Little
We've
too close.
We've got stories that we still tell about the first tour we did cross country to California.
All right, let's hear it.
Oh, where do we start? We'll start with the rape van, and then we'll end with the rape van. How's that?
Okay, that's good. I'm in. Let's hear it.
Oh. No, I was just telling that story a while back because our tour manager at the time that signed on for it, he did it for free just to get him to California, and he ended up getting sick after the first or second show. So it was pretty miserable for him, and that's 12 years ago. So he's still miserable. That might have been ground zero for this this virus. Who knows?
Oh,
it wasn't a very hygienic bus. Or van, I should say.
You know what? I actually caught that virus before it was known. I was coming back from LA off of the Mega Cruise, the Megadeth cruise, and
well, that name should say it all. You're on the Megadeth cruise.
What's that?
Oh, you were the what, carrier?
That's what they were joking with me. Yeah, it was you.
Oh.
No, really.
I've been a carrier monkey before, but
weeks.
penicillin clears that up.
Yeah. Well, ooh. Yeah, I'm allergic to penicillin, just so you know.
Oh, damn. All right.
I'm joking. No, it was crazy. I came back and I got deathly ill. I was sick for like 5 weeks, and they were like, "We don't really know what this is." It was crazy. It was the end of 2019. Ugh. Yeah, and
damn. Well, we're glad you're better and you still kept your radio voice.
Yeah, that doesn't really go away, It's one of those things. What are you going to do, Fell into radio quite accident, and John had reached out to me because I had a pretty good following, and I said, "You don't even know what I talk like. What if I talk like the nanny?"
No.
And then he heard my voice. He's like, "I knew it. I knew your voice sounded like that. I don't know how I knew, but I knew." So kudos to
you
John
can't be in the
that,
business this long with a bad voice, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Hey, you guys, let's talk about when you released your cover song, because from what I understand, that was the first cover song you ever did, and as a release. And you did "Name" by the Goo Goo Dolls, and then of course later you did "Arms Wide Open" by Creed, which I understand was a tribute to your fans and their embracing of live music and the support of live music. So how did that come about? I mean, because primarily you guys were releasing original.
Boredom.
He's like, "I was bored, dude."
We joke because John's just kind of been in the band, but really me and Derek and John have been kind of playing in the band together for the last 3 years, because during the pandemic we would sit in the studio and jam acoustics. We call it a Messer, and Simmons, and we would just play cover songs that we kind of know, and we always have been a fan of the Goo Goo Dolls, and we use a lot of alternate tunings, and they use a lot of alternate tunings. There's a lot of similarities in how we build our songs sonically, and so it was kind of one day messing around and going, "Oh, you know what? We could play this song in the same tune that we're already kind of using," and John and I started tracking it in the studio, and we got it all put together, and I think that was might have been the first thing we recorded at that new studio.
Well, actually, we were outside. We brought the studio to your patio.
To my front patio. We were, because we couldn't go to the studio. So originally we were trying to.
The studio got shut down because of COVID.
That's right.
Yeah. So we just had a little porch session and jammed that one out.
So
and then whenever the studio opened, got to go back and redo it.
So yeah, that's that. And then of course the Arms Wide Open, that actually came about when we were on tour with Scott Stapp. We kept pinching ourselves. I can't believe we're on tour with Scott Stapp. You know what I mean? It was like,
yeah, he's
now
great vocalist.
He's a friend of ours. You know what I mean? I could, give me calling for you. I'm just kidding. But we were messing around on tour at that particular time. I think Billie Eilish's song "Ocean Eyes" was all over the radio, and I was kind of playing it, but I was playing it with a capo and in a different key, and I just started playing Arms Wide Open in that same key, and Derek just started singing it, and this was like in the green room, like backstage at these theaters, messing around, and a lot of people came on, man, it doesn't even sound like it sounded. It caught him off guard. Like, this sounds like a new song, because that song was so iconic, like with his particular voice on it, that some people who either love or hate Scott's voice back in the Creed days, and some people, he would get made fun of a lot for the and which is, he laughs about it. It's funny. He kills it. He's got an amazing voice, and he sounds amazing.
He's got a great voice. Yeah.
Okay, but just the different key and the range that Derek has shifted the song into a different place. And yeah, it's more major, So we were messing around with that in our acoustic VIP. This is on tour with Scott Stapp. Like, we're going to play a Creed song in our acoustic VIP experience before you guys see Scott Stapp. We were just excited, But we did it like that. And then again, during that boredom thing came in again during the pandemic, and we were just like, let's just freaking record this thing. So we did, and then we did nothing with it. And then Kenny took all this amazing footage that he had just been compiling, and from that tour, and just put together this really awesome, kind of a tribute to our fans video, and something fun to do, something different. I mean, it's fun to do cover songs. We're gonna do more. We do some Eagles stuff in our acoustic thing. We take it easy all the time. Yeah. What else you got? We'll play it. Give us a list.
Okay, I will. I have a lot of songs that I like that people probably wouldn't think that I would like.
You can request any song at our show as long as it's one of ours.
Yeah.
So,
okay. All right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be thinking between now and then, and I'm going to tell you which one it's going to be. But I got to say that I appreciate what you guys are saying about getting together during the pandemic. I know for a lot of musicians, it was extremely difficult, and I do a weekly show, so I was doing interviews every single week, different artists, 52 weeks out of the year. And when the pandemic happened, I think as musicians, I saw it go one way or another. People use that time to keep the hope up and be creative. And then there were some people who was just like, it was such a downer to have the whole industry shut down. It wasn't very inspiring for some people. So I appreciate that you guys were still being creative. And how did you keep your spirits up during all that stuff going on? I mean, that must have been really tough.
Music. Music. Really just music. I'll be honest with you. That's all we did. We just went to the studio every day and played. John and I spent some time. We write and produce for some other artists, like some pop R&B kind of stuff, or just kind of whatever. We're in the heart of Texas, so there's a lot of opportunity to write country songs, and we have a studio, so let's work. Yeah, we did it. We did. We wrote a couple jingles for some, actual radio, national radio campaigns. Just kind of whatever, made sense for that day. That's what we would do.
Well, that's awesome. Like I said, I saw a lot of different, people.
I mean, we tried to live stream, and we do live stream and that kind of thing, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? I honestly, I pulled back from it some because I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want people to get too comfortable with that. I don't want them to think this is the new norm. This is not the new norm. So it's like I'm not really big into live streams because it's not how.
Come to the show.
Yeah, come to the show. You know what I mean? That's where it's at. So you can't.
The true live stream.
Yeah, exactly. The energy just doesn't translate. You know what I mean? You may be feeling it and watching it, but it doesn't. Your energy doesn't respond. Doesn't go back to the TV to me. You know what I mean? And that's what feeds me. We are essentially energy vampires, and we need to feed off of you guys.
No, I totally get
weird?
it because I was in Vegas for a live stream, and I was there, and even that with just a few people there, I mean, you're missing the energy of everyone getting into it, that bonding experience, even as a person in the audience, it's not there, I mean, so same thing. I don't think that could ever replace it. I'm in complete agreement with you on that. You know, it's just crazy. And then you guys also had animated video for Everything Beautiful as well. So you guys have done quite a bit this year, you know, given the circumstances, things coming out and whatnot. So how was the reception to that? Everyone is probably digging that.
I mean, that's always been one of our favorite songs, and it's really cool to have an opportunity to bring a visual aspect to it. One of the things that I think we love a lot as a band is when our art can inspire other art, you know. So that was a case where we gave a guy, you know, basically, here's our song. You know, this guy was already an artist, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's Dead Eyes art. That's he goes by Dead Eyes. You know, I'm like, I didn't want to tell him how to do it. I just said, you do your art. You know, you interpret this. You know, and so it's really cool to see that come to fruition. You know,
brought the story to life.
They did.
That's awesome. You know, the reason why I actually said 2018 was because I was noting that was when you guys had singles charting even then, back in 2018, and then of course the pandemic came around the beginning of 2020, well, late 2019, beginning of 2020. But you guys were already off to a hot start there, you know, with your couple singles that you had released back then. Both of them charted as well. So that, you know, I appreciate that you guys had that break, and then you got step out again, and boom, you're doing the same thing again. So that's just something for you and your music.
It's the story of the underdog, you know. We're just not stopping, you know. We still, until we run out of messages, you know. We've got it. We're going to keep going hard, bringing it to every place we can. Wherever there's willing fans that want to see Messer, we're coming.
Well, that is amazing. So let's talk about your tour dates that you got in Florida for the people that are listening. So you guys are on your way to Florida as we speak. So let's talk about that first date. Your first dates were with Saliva.
Yeah, the first 2 days, first two shows.
Yeah.
The 4th and the 5th. Yeah, the 4th
I know you got the
Vero Beach.
Vero Beach and Pompano Beach.
Vero Beach and Pompano, exactly.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. We've actually played that Piper's Club before, up before the pandemic, so we're looking forward to getting back, seeing some familiar faces.
Some new faces, some friends, family, all the above.
Well, that's going to be amazing. So I'll go ahead and give a rundown for people who are listening. So December 4th, you're going to be at Filthy's Outdoor with Saliva in Vero Beach, like we just talked about. December 5th, Piper's Pub with Saliva in Pompano Beach, Florida. December 9th, Buddha Live. What are you guys doing in between there? Are you just going to enjoy Florida? Fort Myers, Florida.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about, I want to check out that Hard Rock Hotel with the big guitar thingy.
Oh, yeah, it's expensive.
Well, I just want to go look at it. I don't want to go stay in it. I just want to park there and
tell everybody we stayed there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's over by Hollywood over there, Hollywood, Florida. Yeah, I've been over there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's over there. There's a lot of stuff over here, though, for you guys to see, you know. And then, like we said, Buddha Live, that's where I'm going to see you. December 9th, Fort Myers, Florida. Come out and see the band. I look forward to meeting you guys if you're out there. And December 11th, Bergs, that's right in my backyard. St. Petersburg, Florida. Jack Rabbits, December 12th in Jacksonville, Florida. And then you're heading to Tennessee at the Warehouse on the 17th of December. So check it out, guys. Go to their website, messerband.com. Grab some tickets for these shows. You're not going to regret it. And what else? Is that going to be the rest of your touring, guys, for the rest of the year so you can enjoy Christmas and whatnot? And what do you have planned for 2021?
Well,
2021,
I'm just going to put the band.
Oh, 2022. For the rest of 2021 and then 2022. How about that?
Well, we're going to obviously embark on a radio campaign. They're setting that up for us like in January. Where we're going to go and hit a bunch of like terrestrial radio stations and internet stations and do a little acoustic, in studio to promote hope in this world. And we're, lining up some pretty decent national tours for spring. And then we're going to just keep putting out more music and just keep going until we can.
Amazing. You guys ever thought about releasing an acoustic album at some point, since you like to do your acoustic stuff? You ever thought about that?
Yeah, we talk about it all the time, and it's something that I want to take more serious at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something we enjoy doing. We do it all the time on the bus, or at home in our own studio. So,
hey, we actually brought, I don't know,
a plethora?
Yeah, 10 acoustic guitars with us just to sit around and jam with.
That's cool. So are you guys still doing meet and greets with the fans with the pandemic going on?
We are. I just didn't. We just didn't. I don't know. I mean, honestly, we should have put it on our website because we are. But you can meet and greet us at the merch booth any night. But we just didn't. I don't know why we didn't do it. To be honest with you, I think we just got busy and forgot to put it on our damn website. So if you want to meet and greet with us,
That's band.com.
Slip a little something in my pocket and come on the bus.
Okay. That made me laugh. I'm sorry. That just made me laugh. Hey, if you want a meet and greet, yeah. And yeah. I think you guys are amazing. I dig your music. I love that you're putting a message out there. I sure appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. I'm looking forward to seeing your show next week as well and sharing your music with our listeners tonight on the show. So wish you all the success in the world. Thank you so much for talking to me, you guys. You're awesome.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We appreciate all your listeners, man. Look us up, messerband.com, and come see us.
See you later. Appreciate you.
See you at the show.
You guys are awesome. So I will see you next week, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right. Download the Messer app.
Hey, yes, download the Messer app, guys. Go to messerband.com. Check out the tour dates. Check out the music. And keep tuning in because I'm going to play some more of their music right here on Rock Rage Radio. The band Messer joins me on Shaking the Rafters. I almost said Mafters for you guys. Rafters in the show on Rock Rage Radio. Thanks so much, guys.
Peace out.
Safe travels. See you next week.
Bye.